Hey everybody, Mark here. It's good to be back. After finishing Eddsworld recap, my mind's been kinda drifting in other directions. I had to work on my Super Mario Odyssey video for my main channel, then a lot of personal stuff just kept building up that I had to take care of, but 2018 is finally here, and I'm directing all my attention back into the movie. But before I can give you info on what we've got planned, we've got to go over all the progress we've made since the last update video back in September. Like usual, we have to talk about the minisodes. If you remember, we mentioned that David Roy would be doing something for us, but unfortunately, he won't be working directly with us anymore. There's no animosity between us or anything, he's just been busy with a lot of his own stuff. Although, there is a chance that he could still do some small work for the movie from time to time, but I can't guarantee that 100%. I still greatly appreciate all that he's done for us, and I'd love to work with him again. Alright, now to the fun stuff. Bitwits is still gonna happen. Tal and I have the script written, and once I'm finished storyboarding the movie, I'm gonna get started on the animatic. Then we'll go around finding someone to animate it. Tal's Tales of Ecstasy is also still happening. All the audio for it is compiled together, but with David sort of out of the picture, we're gonna have to bring in someone else to animate it. Most likely, it'll be Cameron. We have some other minisodes on the horizon as well. John's working on something that he wrote mostly by himself, and it's a pretty fun one. I'm not going to go into any more detail about it, you'll just have to wait and see how it turns out. Then there's one based on an idea that a friend of mine had. It's going to be different from minisodes that we've done in the past, and it's a really fun idea. Again, I don't want to give too many things away, we're sort of keeping it under wraps for now. That's pretty much all I can say about the minisodes for now. Everything else we have concerning them can be summed up with just ideas. We have ideas, but we're trying not to focus on too many at a time. The movie itself is still primarily where the crew's efforts will be going into. Speaking of the movie, let's get into that. And quickly too, because there's some pretty fun stuff to talk about. Finn MK is one of the first composers we hired to work on the movie, but if you follow him on his YouTube channel, you'll know that he's been busy with a lot of his own stuff. However, a while back he hit me up saying he was interested in contributing to the movie again after seeing all the work we've been putting out. So I can proudly say that you might be hearing some new stuff from Finn in the future. In fact, we may even have him do the music for Bitwits, so there you go. As for the movie itself, we're roughly 90% done with the storyboards. Maybe 92%, but that's a little too specific. If you're wondering why we're still in the storyboard phase, that's because we've had to scrap some stuff and start over a couple of times, but now we have a better idea of what we want to do. Last year, I managed to finish storyboarding the entirety of Act 1 and Act 2, and as of now, I have the first scene of Act 3 done. I'm still working on the second scene, and Sweeney's working on the third scene. We have just a couple more to do, and then we'll be ready to animate. So close. But before we can animate every single scene, we have to get all the voices recorded. I've been holding recording sessions with most of the actors, and now I've got all the lines recorded for Tom, General McCoy, Private Martin, Paul, and various other characters. Now all that's left are Ed, Matt, and Commander Bai. Anthony and James both got new microphones, so recording with them hopefully won't be too difficult. It's hard to say how soon I can finish working with Jason because he has other things going on in his life, but when we have the time, I'll make sure we get his lines done. Now, we get a lot of you guys reaching out to us asking how you can be a part of the movie, and that's really flattering. It honestly means so much to me knowing that so many fans want to contribute something to this project. But even though I've always said, if there's something you can do, we'll let you know, deep down I've always been unsure about how to get more fans involved. But I think I came up with something. There will be times when we might need additional voices for zombies and soldiers and whatnot, but I think this might be a little more fun. You know how Eddie Boley first got to contribute to the show by drawing a spoon that was in the background in Fun Dead? Well, I thought it'd be fun if we did something similar to that. I'd like to start an initiative called Join the Spoon Patrol. Basically, you draw a picture of a spoon, and you can decorate it however you like, give it color, put your name on it, anything. Then all you'd have to do is send the picture to us, and then we'll put it in the movie. Imagine a bunch of spoons everywhere, all drawn by you guys. If you'd like to take part in this, shoot me an email at this address. And that's pretty much all there is to talk about for now, but before I sign off, I just want to take the time to answer some questions related to the film as taken from the Q&A channel on our Discord server. More on that later. Are you planning on giving the main characters more development in the movie, or are they gonna stay the same as the show? That's a really interesting question. Well, characters in any creative medium have to go through some sort of development in order for people to get invested in their story. And if a character doesn't go through any development, then they don't grow or evolve as a character or a person. So Ed and the guys will definitely have their own arcs. Their personalities will stay the same, but they each have something they want to accomplish, and hopefully you'll be interested in seeing how they develop. I know this is probably asking for a spoiler, so I won't expect much. How will General McCoy be defeated at the end of the movie? Is it imprisonment or death? Yeah, you pretty much are asking for a spoiler, so I can't specify how exactly General McCoy meets his fate. I will say that it's very unique, and I doubt many of you are going to see it coming. How long does it take to complete a full storyboard? It depends on the scene and how long it is. If I'm storyboarding a more complex scene with fancy camera shots and a lot of action taking place, it could take maybe a month or two. Most of that time could be dedicated to figuring out how to set up shots so that it has cinematic qualities, but is still recognizably Eddsworld. But if it's a scene where it's mostly characters talking and it's significantly shorter, it takes roughly a month in total. What's been more difficult with making the movie, the writing or the animation? Also, how did you go about choosing the right voices for the characters? Writing the movie was a little bit tough because I wanted to tell this big movie-like story while still capturing the spirit of the show. But getting Ed's style down for all of us is still incredibly difficult because Ed never drew things consistently, so we can't ever really get it perfect. The best we can do is guess what Ed's style would have looked like if he hadn't died and kept evolving it, and figuring that out was undeniably hard. As for casting the actors, it was a little bit simpler because we knew exactly what voices we were looking for since the show already had them established. The only thing about it that was tough was finding people who could mimic the voices closely enough. Most of the casting was admittedly done by chance or by filling in the roles ourselves because we couldn't find enough people. Hey Mark, do you have any tips for storyboarding? I'm making my own series and I'd love some tips for the storyboarding process, if that's okay. Make sure they're very detailed. If you want a specific background detail or anything else, put it in. And before you go about drawing a shot and describing what a character is doing, you have to know what you want to see and be able to draw it the way you want it to look. Also, keep things simple and organized. Clarify the most important elements of a scene, like what kind of shot is being used, how the camera's moving, what a character is saying, what they're doing, and work with a layout that's the most comfortable for you. Good luck with your series, by the way. I hope it goes well. Oh, I hit my microphone. How many times have you written and rewritten the script before finally deciding on choosing the current one? Or rather, what's your creative process been with the movie? Before writing the script, I reworked the story a couple of times before settling on something I thought worked the best, based on contributions that Jonah and Radley made. And I did make some more additions to the script later on, mostly small scenes or moments to add more humor to the film. Other changes made to the story have more so been done in storyboards. Any plans for future live streams? Absolutely. Ian's brought it up to me a couple times, and I'm certainly open to the idea. We just need to figure out what exactly we're gonna do. Do you have any plans or ideas for future projects after the movie? I've got tons of stuff planned. I'm developing a series pilot right now for a show called Anytown, and on the side I've got other shows in development, plus a comic book series, a musical, and a ton of movies. Basically, I have a lot of other projects I'd like to pursue after the movie. Is there gonna be any music score in the film? If so, who will be making it? In the Eddsworld movie, of course. There will be an original score done for the movie. Alex Emmenheiser is our main composer, and Finn and I will be making some additional contributions as well. And just to save you from putting it in the comments, yes, we finally have a public Discord server. We've talked about it for a while, and we've had to adjust some things a little bit to keep trolls from getting in, but I think we're pretty much good to go. I'm usually pretty active on there, at least I'm active when I can be, so if you want to join, I'll put a link in the description, right down below. Well, that's about all the time I have for this update video. 2017 has been a very productive year for all of us. We've gotten farther along than we could have ever imagined. We're nearing 80,000 subscribers, which is unbelievable, and we're still overwhelmed by just how much support you guys have been giving us. To some, it probably seems like we think we're better than you, but we really don't. I'm just emphasizing how humbling it is for all of us to be where we are now, and I can't thank any of you enough for your kindness, sincerity, and enthusiasm towards the movie. Speaking of which, I need to get back to work on that. I'll see you guys next time with another update video, and for now, this is Mark from the Eddsworld Fan Movie, signing off. Take care, guys.